to another movie review, and I'm excited about this movie because this is one of the oddest, weirdest, and creepy type of movies that you really don't see a lot these days. And this is called The Passing. And this movie is more of a science fiction movie. When you see it, you understand, but you have to be a real fan and get to be a real understanding of very low budget movies. And this movie is very low budget. This movie probably done in 1982 and came out in 1983 and released on 1985 on DVD, or I mean VHS in this case. The Passing is about these two old people, right? Two old couples, like two guys. They're not homos or nothing, but you know, who knows? Anyway, there's World War II buddies. They're talking about life. They're talking about death, and they're just two old people just mumbling. And then you got a second story about this young guy, you know, who has a woman, has a kid with his woman, and his woman been through a bad situation, and the husband, or I don't know if it's a husband or a boyfriend, whatever, goes out to get revenge for his wife being disrespected. So now you have these two stories, and at the middle of it, it interacts. And then they have this science fiction part of it, when it's like the old man's soul, his spirit switches to the young body. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard to explain because you have to see this movie. But it's a good movie. But you just have to be open-minded to see this type of movie. Like I say, it's low budget, it's science fiction, and it's two stories. Two old World War II buddies and one guy who went to jail for a murder that he committed. And like I said, it ends up in the hospital when the bodies get switched. It's very science fiction. There's some moments where they have a little bit of action. There's a murder scene. There's a full nudity scene of a male frontal body part, and one female nudity scenes also, just to let you know. But this movie is very, very low budget. That's the way I can describe it as. But to me, The Passing was enjoyable. So like I said, see this movie with an open mind. And I want to make two more announcements. Happy 100th episode for Naruto Shippuden. And I'm very excited because I'm a big Naruto fan. And I also want to talk about this. This is the Maximum Action 10 movie set. And it has 10 movies, one of those two-sided disc type of movies. And I just want to talk about one of my reviews. I did 9 Deaths of the Ninja. And I still don't like it. Sorry for Kasugi, but if anybody wants to know, this version does contain the uncut footage of the underwater fight scene.